Alright. So, let's go to Brian for date number 2. Let's message him, guys. Excited to get it done. Hey. Hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. Are you in or out? Oh, I have a message from Brian. Oh no, I've been dreading this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian, and now he's challenging me to another dad-off. I've been doing my fishing research online, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still though, I have to accept. I type back to Brian. Sounds great, man. Super excited to catch all those fish. And my lawn could use another good mowing. This is all innuendos, guys. That'll show him. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up at an hour I had previously forgotten existed. Man, that's gonna be a rough start. Amanda comes into the room of the kitchen, from the kitchen, eating a cheese stick by biting it off piece by piece like some sort of monster. I didn't realize you like that. Huh? You were like that? Is that what it said? What? It's called string cheese, not chompy cheese, for a reason, Amanda. Did you just call me here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique, or what? No, Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing tomorrow. I get to play with Brian's dog. How do I become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in Girl Scouts, didn't you? Nope. My stint in the Scouts was brief and purely transactional. Thought I could get free cookies, but I didn't know that I had to, like, be outside and tie knots and stuff. But I have to beat Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Do you remember last summer how I applied for a job at the coffee shop across town? Give me a refresher. During the interview, they asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine. And I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. On that first morning, there was a line out the door, and within half an hour, I severely burned my hand, and they told me to go home and never to come back. I still have a scar from that. Of course I remember. What does that have to do with fishing? The burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it. You can lead a horse to water. What do horses have to do with fish and burns? Huh? Dad, please. I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian. You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing. Please try explaining it to me. Okay, Brian's just... He thinks he's so much better than me, and he purposefully reminds me of that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me. I have to beat him at his own game. Is that what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Okay, I know that's what's happening here.
Dad.
All right, Pops, we should both be getting some sleep. See you in the morning? Night, Panda. I'm a little bitch. I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. Okay, sleep. Dads. I'm wide awake. I can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping that there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on, but before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while it got hot, muggy, the air thick with bugs. I picked at mosquito bites till my dad sat in stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and a beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On the long drive home, my father bought me a pack of cigarettes, and didn't say a thing. That didn't help, and I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. Oh no! That's super sad. This is a really pretty picture, though.
Tally, what are you doing, you demon child?
I'm sitting on a boat in the middle of a body of water. I can't see any land. Oh, this is probably a dream, actually. Can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. The water is placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. I don't understand why, but it feels like my life depends on catching fish right now. I cast my lure into the water and wait. And wait. And wait. My whole being is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. You used the wrong lure. I look up and see my father, just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull up the lure and try to grab a different one, but all of the lures in my tackle box are exactly the same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he's gone. I try casting out again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water, sinking further and further. I see the multitudes of fish that had been lying just below the surface, all swimming around me as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. You gotta use the neutral buoyancy lure if you're going to try and catch trout, buddy. I jolt awake to the sound of my alarm. It's fishing day! That would explain the weird dream. I groggily slip on clothes and get ready. Oh my god. I spot Amanda's door half open and see her still curled up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? No. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda. I'll get up in a minute. Alright. Brian should be here in 20, so you better not just go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hand through the blanket to wave me away. I leave her room and make myself some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda, whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in and chugs her coffee while I do weird jumbles. I hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Still rubbing our eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He's decked out in fishing gear. No, you're not. Daisy's falling asleep next to him. Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish? I was born ready. My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's a good day to die. Hop on in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. I walk over to the driver's side door and open it. Woof, woof. Maxwell! Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell. Let Kyle sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back and cuddles with Daisy. Amanda settles in next to Maxwell and Daisy and immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for glory. I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here. A little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. I brought everything we need so that we can catch some trout, have a nice little fire, and enjoy the nature. My fishing pole is in the shop, getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow? But of course, it's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right. I'm digging a hole here. I stare at the forest lining the highway. The sun... This is not forest. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattering dusky pink light through the trees. I just noticed this is not a different car, and this time Brian's driving, so at least I'm pretty sure. For a split second, I spot a deer grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. After a nice, quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. Oh, so I am driving. I lied. The car bumps along until we reach the clearing that opens to the magnificent lake. Well, here we are. It's a different lake. Okay. I step out of the car and help Brian unload our gear as Maxwell runs around us, barking. The kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes and cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe waiting. Ah, great. It's still one piece. Hold on. Help me out with Maxwell. I help Brian place a tiny, dog-sized life vest onto Maxwell. Aww. Woof woof. Alright, your turn. Brian hands me a lime green life vest. This is not where I die, is it? It's not what I'm supposed to do, though. If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me. Ooh, that was the eggplant one! Suit yourself. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks. You kids want to fish?
Dad.
I'm good with just throwing rocks into the water. Amanda hurls a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water! Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them. Is that what we're doing? Daisy, don't you want to fish?
Okay.
I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're gonna go explore the woods and look at bugs and stuff. Alright, be safe. Don't go too far. Brian puts a life vest around himself and we throw all of our equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place looking out over the front of the boat. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves in the middle of the lake. Most freshwater fish... Oh, this is Brian. My bad. Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk or dawn, which is why I had to get you up so early. Terrible hours, Red. Terrible hours. Yeah, I know. That's pretty common for fisherman knowledge. After all, fisherman knowledge is what I'm knowledgeable about. Still a gambling man? You know it. Let's see who can catch more fish. You can catch more than one? Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm going to catch, obviously. I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children? More than that. Let's say, if I win, I get your Weed Whacker. The Weed Whacker 2000? Whackmaster 2000? That's a limited edition. But if you win, you get my pole saw. The Reach and Cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one. Shit. The Reach and Cut 3000 is state of the art. My Weed Whacker is a prized possession, but there are those hard-to-reach branches at the back of the yard that have been begging for a pruning. You're on. We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish, fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and at the pole in my hand. Oh no, save. Insult the fish. Stretch before physical activity. Put some bait on the hook. Yeah. I fish a worm from the styrofoam container. I forgot you use worms. Live ones too. It makes me sad. That Brian bought. It's slippery, but I think I can get onto the hook if I just focus. Oh god, I'm bleeding. Oh god, the blood's everywhere. The worm is not on the hook. Need some help? No, I meant to do that. The blood attracts the fish. They can smell it up to a mile away, you know.
I don't know.
I think that's sharks. No, it's definitely fish. Now what? Perform fish mating call? Tie a knot or something.
Meditate. Guys, Tally. Oh, look at her. Hello. Hi. You know the camera's over there. There you go.
Oh! Although I'm waiting for her to do her decision on if she wants to jump up onto the desk or not. Tally, you okay? Oh, honey. No.
She's never hurt herself in the past.
So, like, she went to go jump up onto the desk, but there's paper under her foot, so she accidentally slipped and only made it halfway and then fell the rest of the way onto my desk. Oh, honey. Meditate. Close my eyes and relax my muscles. I clear my mind of all thoughts and focus on taking deep, even breaths. What are you doing? I'm meditating. It's an exercise in mindfulness and positive visualization. It often helps me use calming mantra while I'm meditating. Hold on, wait, what's the... I'm going to kick Brian's ass. I am better than Brian. Brian will never beat me. I am the superior dad, etc. I'm gonna load that. There's probably a better one. Tully, could you not? Alright, now why are they there? You guys are floating in water! Oh no. Perform a fish mating call. Oh, he did not like that. As you probably already know, fish also respond positively when tempted with the call of a potential mate. Observe. No? Or something. Oh, okay. I take my pole and try to tie an elaborate looking knot to impress Brian. The classic hunter's bend. I learned that one in my youth. Yep, this one isn't coming apart anytime soon. With this knot, I will cast my heavenly line upon the unsuspecting water and deliver unto us a bountiful harvest. I look over to Brian. He doesn't seem to be paying attention. Let's cast this sucker. I pull my rod back and launch this lure as hard as I can.
Whoa.
And the lure flies off the line and sails far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh. Sorry, I judged the wind speed wrong. This cold air drives the pressure down.
Whoa.
Ha! Go ahead and take my pole. I know it's hard switching to a new pole when you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure. Brian hands me his pole with a smile, and I just sit there feeling like an idiot, as you should, Kyle. Fishing around here is easy. They group up, and all you gotta do is line up 3 of the same species and reel them in. Oh no. I need to match 3 of the same species? I can't tell them apart.
Catch that fish.
Alright. So, shit, I'm bad at these games.
Nice man.
Guys, oh shit. This is fine. Oh, no, this one.
Catch
That
it
one.
today.
There we go.
Now you're fishing.
This is terrible. I just keep doing the same ones. Oh shit, that's not gonna work. Oh no. Oh no, that's a bullhead catfish. They're a bottom-dwelling invasive species now found worldwide. They taste great fried. You know what? I feel educated. Also, I am confused. Why do they all have to look so similar? Why are you guys changing? Stop it! I'm gonna redo this one if I don't do well. Shit. Stop it. Knock it off. This one? And that one?
Nice man.
That one?
Rainbow trout.
A rainbow trout. The fuck? How am I supposed to match that up with anything? I'm probably not supposed to. It's probably some weird thing. Okay, fuck. I don't think they are changing, actually, but
Match of the day. Catch of
That-
the day. Catch of the day.
Jesus.
Catch of the day.
What does a rainbow trout do? I don't understand.
Nice catch.
I'm so bad at these games, guys. Oops. There we go.
Catch of the day.
This one?
Nice catch. Now you're fishing.
Things. Guys.
Match of the day.
This is fine. But, you know what, bitch? Good work. I got... Oh my god. Catch of the day. 480 out of 2,000. I'm gonna have to reload that.
Now you're fishing. Nice.
Hey! I got 940 out of 2,000. I hope that's okay. I'll save separately. This whole game is really fishy. All the puns. Good work. I don't think I can do much better than that, than just guessing. Or at least getting lucky. Wow, this is way tougher than I thought. I look over to Brian, who is smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here on the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly, the fish pole jumps in my hand. I reflectively tug upwards. I think I got something big. The tip of the pole dips down repeatedly and the line starts to run. Reel it in. I finally get the fish right up next to the boat. It's a long, beautiful rainbow trout. Brian hands me a net. It's all yours. I lean down and notice my hands are shaking with excitement. This fish is bigger than all the ones Brian's caught. That pull saw is mine. All mine. And I get pulled in. The entire canoe tips over with me. I find myself sinking into the lake. I should have taken the life vest. All of a sudden, I'm embraced under the water and am pulled into Brian's arms. Aww, he saved me, guys. Finally dragged upward, sputtering water. All of our gear floats on the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around us in circles, having a great time. You alright? Does that count as one? Well, seeing as all your fish are now swimming safely back in the lake, I guess so. Brian laughs. Let's get you to shore. Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our new soaking wet gear. Now soaking wet gear. Aww, save. Oh, that was an autosave anyway, but We row back to shore with Maxwell in tow. Once we get... Ooh, shirtless Brian, I was not expecting. Once we get back to the beach, Maxwell darts off into the woods. Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of the lake water glisten in the sun across his strong back. Man, all that general contracting must have built that guy like an ox. Seriously, though? People in general contracting, usually pretty fucking strong. Dots. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Don't notice me, senpai. I'm gonna get a fire going so we can dry off. Wanna hand me yours? Yes. Okay. I reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. I suddenly wish I had done more sit-ups in my life, or any sit-ups at all. Really. Another thing you've bested me in. Stupid sexy Brian. You might as well fry that shirt up. Seems like it's the only lunch we'll have. The day's young. We can fish from the shore. Oh, okay. Once Brian gets the fire going, I sit and try to dry off my pants. Brian sets a couple of lures out by the water's edge. We're probably gonna have to put the kibosh on the competition for now. Until another day. My stomach growls. You hungry? Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars. I have a small child. I am flush with snacks. Brian joins me by the fire and I accept the cargo short granola. And now we're back to waiting. Where did the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now? I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids. That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They probably established a small rural government at this point by installed themselves as leaders. Honestly, probably. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I take a look around at the sun cresting the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distance. Wow, nature is beautiful. A mosquito bites me. I slap my neck and curse. Nature sucks. Here you go, bud. Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself. Ugh, I've always hated how this stuff smells. Really? I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside. Maybe you and I have different sentiments about the outdoors. Maxwell comes bounding up to me and a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me expectantly. Save. Throw the stick towards the woods. Fake out throw. Break the stick in half to assert your dominance. Throw the stick towards the woods. Why am I a dick? I thought we were going to hurl it into the water and be a dick as well, but... I hurl the stick as hard as I can towards the tree line. Maxwell bolts after it, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him, which, consequently, is not very fast. It was very cute, though. Nice throw, Kyle. I turn away so he can't see me blush. Maxwell brings the stick back to me, clearly proud of himself. Good boy, Maxwell. You're a very good and speedy boy. You're the world champ of fetch. It's time for the pets. What's the plan? Butt pats never fail. Scratch man in the ears. Rub that belly. Probably rub that belly, but... Rub that belly. Maxwell rolls over and lets me rub his belly. He wiggles on the grass, clearly loving it. I feel a bit like a third wheel here. Where's my belly rubs? Ha, ha. I'm so awkward. Yep. I'm so flustered I can barely say anything. I just focus on petting Maxwell and hope Brian doesn't notice how much I'm sweating. While I'm playing with Maxwell, fish begins routinely pulling on Brian's lines. I watch Brian effortlessly fillet the fish, squeezing a bit of lemon on them and frying them up in a cast iron pan. Before we know it, we have a feast fit for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods, looking totally unscathed. Whoa! Dad Bod Patrol! I'm gonna have to issue you both a citation and demand you both put shirts on. They're a children present. Brian tosses me my now dry shirt. I pull it over my head, thankful that I will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs. Where have you guys been? Studying entomology. What? We were playing with bugs. I expect you guys to be more covered in, like, mud and stuff. Daisy looks offended. What do you take me for, a child? But you're 10. Amanda puts a hand on Daisy's shoulder. Daisy. Right. But you are a child. We take a seat around the fire, and Brian serves us all generous piles of fish on paper plates. I hate fish. It's absolutely delicious. Why does he have to be good at everything? Fish taste okay? Daisy and Amanda both nod furiously, mouths full of fish. It's incredible. I've never had fish this good. Yeah, it's great. Old Harding family recipe. Why are your pants wet? Well, Amanda, we were out there on the lake and then I accidentally tipped over the boat. He's taking the hit for us. He totally doesn't even have to. She knows he's lying. Let's be real. Amanda knows everything. Don't worry. All of the gear floated to the surface, so we didn't lose anything. Right, Kyle? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I can't believe he just covered for me. Gosh, even out-humbles me. He's trying to beat me at everything, including my world-famous sense of humility. We finish our fish and end up playing catch with Maxwell for a little while before we decide to head out. After cleaning up the camp, we pack the station wagon and let Maxwell into the back seat. The poor pup falls asleep in a cuddle puddle with Amanda and Daisy. They've had a long day. Been an ordeal today, bud. Let me drive you guys home. I want to prove that I'm the most awake dad on the block, but yeah, I'm beat. Fine. As we drive away, I take one last look at the lake disappearing behind us and smile. I rest my head against the window and the low rumble of dirt road beneath us lulls me into a peaceful sleep. Hey, sleepyhead. I open my eyes and realize that I had dozed off in the car. I self-consciously wipe a bit of drool off my chin. Oh, hey, I was resting my eyes. Just in case we suddenly have to jump into any sort of conflict. So I'm super awake for it. I'm ready to fight. With my strong arms. It's all good. You were in some rest, buddy. Thanks for coming out with us today. I had a lot of fun with you. Thanks for inviting us. I also had fun, actually. Glad to hear it. Take it easy, yeah? You too. Take it the easiest. Brian chuckles to himself as he unloads the car. Amanda and I get inside and immediately collapse onto the couch. Long day. Yep. I was so close to that pole saw. Huh? Pole saw? Yeah, Brian and I were competing to see who could catch the most fish in. Ugh, stop. Why do you care so much? Amanda Panda, just look at the guy. He's so obviously got my number and he's rubbing it in my face. My face in it. Dad, I love you. But you're kind of dumb sometimes. Dumb? Or clearly the superior dad? You know what? I don't have any of the energy required to properly unpack your weird fixation with asserting your masculinity. I'm going to bed. Night. Amanda slides off the couch and face down onto the floor. I'm a tired slug. Amanda, that floor is disgusting. I don't care. Well, night, honey. Night, Pops. I just imagined her inchworming off to bed. Hey. I got S.
What an amazing date.
Oh, okay. History Channel, not much. Or it's kind of half and half. Not much dad nap. Belly laugh. Hawaiian shirt. Not much bass. Shirtless. 50-50. Hey, we did it. So, I will say, as much as I like watching Amanda and Daisy interact and how Brian's getting better, like, he covered for us. That's super cute. But I don't like the way that Amanda is with us. There's just something about it that's like, she's just so frustrated with us because we won't stop being competitive assholes. Alright, S rank, guys. I got soft boy 2 of 3.